In this video, we're going to be going through how to create a Schoolnet test using the Express Test generator. So the first thing you need to do is log into your NC Cloud account. Once you're logged in, you should be able to click on that second icon that says IIS. That is Schoolnet. It's also the same place that you post your lessons on a weekly or monthly basis. Once you're in, look for this Assessment Admin, and then we'll just hit Create. And then you'll see Create an Express Test. This will be the fastest way for you to create a test within Schoolnet for your students to access. It doesn't necessarily allow you to see all the questions ahead of time, but it lets you choose questions based on standard. So we'll hit Start Now. And we'll have to put in a few pieces of information. So I'm just going to put this as Test 1. I'm going to choose my subject as English Language and Literature. Your grade level. I'm going to select that it's a 4th grade test. And you really can't change this part. It says My Classroom. It'll just have to be that. Hide test content or hide item content from test results. You want to leave that as no if you plan on going over the test with your students when they're done. If you hit yes, they won't be able to see the test questions. You want to include unanswered questions in the score. You don't really want to change the score type. It'll give you a proficiency score or a raw score, but I would suggest just doing a total score. That'll give you the percent right. And then the test focus, it really doesn't have anything to do with whether you'll get certain questions. It has more to do with just kind of how it's coded within Schoolnet. Then you don't want to just have an answer key, and then you don't really want to enable notes. These other things, you can go through and look at the settings. You probably won't need to change any of these. You can change the answer choice layout, but chances are you just want to use the same layout as the items that you're selecting. And then the test settings, it's the same thing. There's commenting that can be enabled, or you can comment on a student's results, but chances are you'll just leave all that the way it is. And then once we're done with that, we'll just hit Select Standards. So it takes me to this page where I can pick the standards that I want to include in this. So it gives me the language, the reading, the speaking and listening, the writing for grade 4. So I'm just going to go through. It tells you exactly how many items are in each. I want to focus on the language one. So I'm going to expand that. And it tells me even more here. So I'm going to just put conventions of standard English just as a test. And then I'm going to add the test map. And now out of the 750 total items, I just need to select the number that I want it to pull. So let's just say I want 10 in this test. And then build express test. It will generate your test. You'll get to see the questions that the students will be taking, and you can replace them if you want to, or you can just keep them in. So, for example, it gives you the exact passage that they'll see, the multiple choice that they'll see. So chances are this is pretty good if you just want a quick test that's standards based. Also, you can hit this preview button here, preview online test, and you'll see exactly what the students see. In order to get out of that, we will simply just hit Start Test and then pause. And then we can exit test. That way it takes us out of the student view. If you're happy with that, we can hit Ready to Schedule. Yep, we're ready to schedule. And then it will take us to this part where we can go through and actually schedule this test. We can choose the start date, the end date, and then when the students can see their score. So it gives you all of these options about how you want things to be reported.